You were saying Miss Piggy looks sexy. What about Kermit in that
shirt
loose
that's
open
buttoned
shirt?
down?
That's
God.
Indiana Kermit right there. Everybody wants to be green.
They want to be Kermit so they can be with Piggy. Welcome back to Flicker Fanatics. I am Andrew, and this is
Jed?
Today we're going to watch... Tell us what it is, Jed.
This is one of my childhood favorites that I don't think I've watched as an adult, unless you count 21 as an adult.
It's over 10 years ago, not to give away your age.
Ago.
The Muppet Movie, the original, 1979.
Yeah. You know,
I
this
was
movie is
barely
older than me.
alive.
I wasn't at all. I guarantee you my dad quoted this to me 2 weeks ago. Bear left, right frog.
Oh, God.
There's some good puns in this.
The original Muppet Movie, yeah, I don't remember too much. The frog and the pig having it out.
I mean, that was like every episode of the show.
Okay.
Yeah. Or in every movie.
I will say that my dad loved these movies as well, so that's why I'm sure I was exposed to them.
There's some good cameos in this too, which is hilarious because when I first watched it, I had no idea who any of them were. I later watched other movies and I was like, oh, that's Steve Martin from the Muppet Movie.
Directed by Jim
Henson. I'm pretty sure it was Jim Henson.
James
Frawley. I have no idea who that is. There's a lot of studio-related humor in this segment that I probably went way over my head as a kid.
Is this period?
You know, I hear this movie is dynamite.
Was that a pun or was that just an excuse for an explosion?
I like the movie fine so far.
It hasn't started yet.
That's what I like about it.
Did you
Planes
watch
and
the show
screams.
too, growing up?
No, I've seen episodes of the show as an adult. I think it's because we had the VHS for this, we didn't have the VHS for the show. My dad recorded every episode of Star Trek Next Generation. We watched that. That is a very natural rainbow through the middle of it.
Very unnatural, I would say. Yeah. Very gay. And I don't mean
Wow.
gay is unnatural.
The rainbow is gay, as all
the
rainbows
gay.
are.
Exactly. All right, I like the music. Nice little twang. Are there?
There are so many songs about rainbows. Haven't you heard the one from Is?
I think we should start watching these like smoking marijuana. Would you be down?
I'm pretty sure he directed this or produced it while doing so.
100%.
I'm just trying to identify if that's a stage or not.
It is. I don't think so. It probably is actually. Delicious zoom. I know that lighting looks a little too perfect. That is definitely a stage. Pretty elaborate one though, right? Like
Yeah.
all those trees in there. I don't know how big are the puppets. Do you think they're like?
Oh, I'd say his face is the size of a hand. It's literally how big of a puppet he
effing hand
is.
and is well played.
Nice reflection.
This is a little boring.
You don't like this song?
Like when I'm watching a Muppets
it's probably
movie, I want
the
funny.
nostalgia. It's probably the nostalgia factor for me, but I'm enjoying
you like
this
it?
song. I
Really?
like this is a classic song for me.
Oh, it's what's his face?
Don DeLuise.
Damn, how do you know?
Because I've seen this movie, and that's how I know this guy.
And your dad tells you?
Well, also I've watched Mel Brooks movies.
Oh.
I have to catch a plane. With that tongue? No way.
Ay,
I
ay,
help.
ay.
Just watch out
This
for the
is a
alligator.
dad
I
movie.
will.
That's why dads like it. It's all dad jokes.
I'm also now realizing there's no ripples in the water. That's a pool. That's a stage.
You're still
Very
wondering if it's a real stage.
It's a very
Real set or
expensive,
not?
especially back in the 70s. It was.
It's a pretty good little croc, though. Wouldn't it be better if it was a Muppet alligator?
I'm pretty sure that was a Muppet alligator.
I mean, it's a fake one, but it
It's a
wasn't a
fake
Muppet
one.
one. I could make this movie better already.
Really? More
If there's an
cartoon.
animal in a Muppet movie, it should be a Muppet. Am I right?
Well, no, because sometimes there's real dogs. Look at that, a puppet on a bicycle. When have you ever seen that? I've never seen a steamroller in real life. I only see steamrollers in movies.
They're usually where they're doing road work.
I've seen a lot of road work. I'm from the Midwest.
If frogs couldn't hop, I'd be gone with the Schwinn.
Oh.
That's another one my dad has quoted semi-recently.
Maybe if I was a dad, I would appreciate it.
I'm kind of curious enough now to eat a frog leg and see what it's like.
That'd be French. It's like if a kid wrote a movie.
Pretty sure Jim Henson was a kid when he wrote this.
It's fun how they got all the actors, though. I guess that's what kind of makes them timeless, right?
Here's a cameo. It's the composer of the movie.
So basically, this is a movie about how the gang came together.
Yep.
I kind of remember this scene.
Oh, look at that.
They
Look
show
at
the legs.
Well, you can see the outline around him. He's on a mat of some kind. Old style green screen. Dancing with his frog legs.
El Sleazo Cuties. See, that's pretty funny.
Good visual humor. It's funny because normally it's a puppet, right then it's just a rag doll.
Yeah, exactly.
Here comes a dad joke.
That was a dad joke?
Yeah. Because he told him drinks on the house, and then they go.
Oh. Oh my god.
That's most Mel Brooks movies, is just go all the way dumb jokes all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Comb the desert.
Yeah.
But it's delivery too. Just the visual of you cut to and then you've got a massive comb.
That's pretty great. Well,
I mean,
and this one, it was the cut to the roof
Yes.
that made you laugh.
See that? Exactly. And I laughed at that.
Yeah.
Television. I thought this was supposed to take place in like the 20s, the 40s.
Is that assumption you're making because of the car?
The cars, the outfits, you know, the bar looked like it was like Indiana Jones era.
Yeah, the bar was very
Like
piratey.
the woman's hair, like that was like a 1950s haircut, 40s
Yeah.
haircut.
I just like the fact that he has the remote for all the TVs in the window.
You don't know if there were remotes in the 50s.
No, that was called the nephew.
Good one.
Yeah. I stole that joke from every meme ever. Here comes the GIF I always use when I'm telling all my friends I'm driving. I use this. That's how driving works, isn't it? You take your hands on the wheel and you go back and forth. And cuts to a map.
Do you have like a favorite musical sequence in this film?
It's either this one. Get it? There's a fork in the road.
See, I think that could have been done better.
How?
Bigger fork,
Okay.
and then pull back and then show that the whole intersection is a giant fork.
But the fork is in the road. That's the joke.
No, I get it.
There's a cameo. Right about the period being kind of hard to figure out what time this takes place in.
Even the cars don't match. It's like the Studebaker. It had the mirror came from the dashboard. That's interesting.
Funny. We're looking at, okay, so I can see Rockford is right there. We're looking
Is
at
this
the Great
Illinois?
Lakes where we are. Yeah.
Okay.
We're looking at Illinois and Iowa is just above the mirror. How often did you successfully fold a road map?
It kind of graduated to the road map books. You always have them stuffed under the seat.
Hey, don't
That's
forget.
pretty good.
Pops back up.
Hard not to like Animal.
He's simple and he's relatable.
You can't tell them the whole story. You'll bore the audience.
Oh, sorry.
Fourth wall.
Let them
Want to see
read
a
the
real fourth
screenplay.
wall break? There you go.
I don't know if that's technically the fourth wall.
If a character is pulling it,
self-reflective.
if a character's pulling out a script,
I think that's just meta. I don't think that's fourth wall.
but fourth wall is looking directly at the camera.
I don't know. Does it sound good? All
Sure.
right, let's go with that. The story is so simple.
Yeah.
Oh, how do we make it a full movie? Let's add several musical sequences where they're running around doing stuff.
That's how I feel about The Greatest Showman. The one about P.T. Barnum.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
I did not like it
Because you didn't like the music?
because the music was just there to fill in space. It's not like Hamilton where the music is the story. See, now they're disguising, never gonna be noticed.
Blend right in. Everyone's on mushrooms.
Disguise didn't work.
Get down, Foster.
Ah. Hoo-ha!
Ain't that cool?
I like Gonzo.
I think Gonzo's sense of humor in the show and Gonzo's sense of humor in the movies is very different. Yeah, in the show, he was very much like art expressionism. Like it's art because it's random.
Weird.
So that's how car crashes work. You ever had that where you head on collision with someone?
Yeah, like they disappear.
And then it's
all of
like,
a
are you
sudden
the top
they're
or the
upside
bottom?
down on- That happens with women sometimes.
I was hoping to hint at the joke without actually going there.
I took it there because I didn't get the subtlety. Did you find Miss Piggy kind of sexy growing up?
No.
You were never like kind of
No.
attracted? Really?
She's rude and obnoxious.
But she's very kind of flirty.
Yeah, no.
Never crossed your
Not
mind?
my type.
Really?
Pigs. No.
That kind of character you couldn't do in real life in a kids movie generally. You know, she's like Mae West kind of. You know, like Mae West.
No, I don't know Mae West.
But I do remember thinking she's a piggy, but she's also very much a woman.
I didn't find it attractive. I agree with what you're saying.
I didn't ask you if she was attractive.
She's
That's two different questions.
She's written to have sexual energy, so
Yeah.
yes.
We're human, man. We respond to art.
This is true.
Miss Piggy is art.
Felt-
Have you ever been aroused by a cartoon?
Big Hero 6.
Oh, was that the big white guy?
Yeah, but it's not the big white guy that I was aroused by. It was one of the side
Okay.
characters. It's awkward admitting that because also that was I was a full
Which
grown
one?
adult
I
when
haven't
that
seen
one
it,
came
but-
out. I forget her name because I only
Yeah,
saw the movie
sure you
once.
do.
I only saw the movie once. Yeah, like
Oh,
Jack
it's,
there.
what's
is
his name?
gonna-
Good-
Oh, is
good.
this a guy?
Oh yeah, he was a big actor.
Now that's a zoom. Did you know that the voice of Miss Piggy's a man?
I didn't. I mean, women weren't allowed to work back then. I don't think.
Apparently not. Again, the outfit. You're right. I never considered that this movie is time warping all over the place. For sure, this is the 1800s. Oh, skinny dipping frog. Is that how frogs swim? I feel like frogs should be better at swimming than that.
I know, right? More fog, please.
Is this supposed to be Casablanca?
Yeah, definitely.
Wait, now they're suddenly German.
This is Heidi or Lederhosen?
Whoa, look away, kids.
See? It's
You
like-
were right about Miss Piggy, yeah.
Totally.
Wait, how do you... Oh,
And then she pulls him back down. Very sexual, bro.
yeah. Now they're married.
And this is a kid's movie. She's very pink. A lot of skin.
It's very pink. That's what you find attractive, pink?
I'm just trying to analyze, like, obviously on one hand, she's just a fat puppet.
Oh,
Maybe I'm
felt
reading
puppet.
too much
I
into
thought
it.
you said she's a fat puppet.
I did say she was a fat puppet. True love. Hey!
That guy!
I do remember that. You
Yeah.
don't remember his name? Your dad would have made sure you knew his name.
Yeah, he did. I just didn't remember it very well.
Ah! Damn it, I can't. You remember his name?
I know I've seen his face.
What? You don't know who he is? Every comedian will say that he inspired him.
Yeah, so I see. What for?
Gotta move the plot forward.
I remember this. I like his belt. I think I had one of those. It's like a leather, thin leather belt with like a bunch of like beads, almost like Indian beads in it. I had style back then. Not good style, but I had style. Ooh, violence. Oh, is that pie gonna come down?
Yeah. Yeah. In the eyes.
Real whipped cream just sitting up there.
Yeah. Oh, that definitely has not been ruined by the sun.
I think it's just how badly she just wants to bone him. You know, like when a girl
How-
wants you,
you
she's
know,
just like, just she
How
can
many
eat you.
people have imagined the child
Of those two.
of those two?
Show a little cleavage. Tell me.
Curly hair.
Always trying to change the subject to more innocent things.
See, there's the Lederhosen.
Excellent choice.
See, this is why you cast Steve Martin as a cameo.
Should be for 95 cents. Some dumb jokes just hit, they land, some they just sound dumb.
Straws! Straws in the champagne.
Is it supposed to be champagne?
I don't know. It was 99 cents. It's probably LaCroix.
I know, is this a musical sequence?
Yeah, that musical sequence is about to start.
Oh,
That would have been funny to see them make out, though, because it would have just been a handshake between two puppeteers.
but that's what everyone wants, right? Consummation.
Is that another word for kissing? Then yes. That also is a cool-looking piano.
I want to go to a bar where you go and stand at the piano while he plays. That'd be kind of fun.
Oh, that would
With
be
a drink?
cool. Yeah.
Old school.
This one's catchy, I'll admit.
I don't know, I was just about to say, can we fast forward? This song's here so we can draw this movie out.
What's your favorite Steve Martin movie?
I remember liking The Jerk.
You know, I haven't seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Man, there's a lot of movies you haven't seen.
Yeah.
Have you seen any John Candy movies?
I've seen Black Sheep. I've seen Johnny Boy.
Those are not John Candy.
I've seen. Are they not? Who are
No.
those?
That's the other guy.
It's David Spade and the John Candy, isn't it?
No, it's not John Candy. John
it a
Candy was
different
already
guy?
dead. It was the other fat guy that died. Fat comedian.
Oh, okay. Canadian Bacon.
Yeah, that's John Candy.
It's the fat guy that died. Of course, I'd confuse him.
Oh, I can't remember anybody's fucking
How about this
name.
cameo?
He puts himself in his own movies, right?
Usually as a racial stereotype.
Oh, really?
I don't know what racial stereotype he's trying to be
No,
now.
it's German. The severe German.
Wait, he's got his title on his back.
Like, his character is actually pretty good.
Yeah. Well, he's the most cartoony character so far, which is why it's like, it's just Mel Brooks being Mel Brooks. Yeah, Professor KMD. In Blazing Saddles, he has a suit that says Boss Man on the back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice foot kick there.
A pig that goes bananas? What is this, a luau?
So that was the dad joke.
That was a Hawaii joke.
Ribbit. Ribbit.
I don't know how that was both a bad performance and hilarious at the same time.
I like the Mel Brooks. He does a good job.
You were saying Miss Piggy looks sexy. What about Kermit in that
shirt
loose
that's
open
buttoned
shirt?
down?
That's
God.
Indiana Kermit right there. Everybody wants to be green.
They want to be Kermit so they can be with Piggy.
You still want that discussion? There's
Yeah,
the chef.
There's the chef. Okie dokie.
That's the Rocky Mountain. Is it? That's a Grand Canyon. You know what? I don't know anything. That's Iowa.
That's farmland.
That's
Go to
I know
Dakota.
that's North Dakota. Becoming a full-on mafia at this point. This would have been an amazing cameo if it was Clint Eastwood. Could have been Christopher Walken.
I couldn't tell who it was.
Now we're both trying to make this movie better.
The puppets are nostalgic. All of these puppets I think are cool. They're fun. But the movie, if I was a dad showing it to my 5-year-old maybe. Why is that guy wearing like a shower cap?
Because he's evil.
That's what evil guys do?
Yeah. Arizona?
No, California. Those are Joshua
Oh,
trees.
really?
Yeah.
I don't think they've left California in this movie.
No, I don't. I think you're right. That's like 2-3 hours out of LA. I like that transition. That was cool.
Yeah. Oh, that sky looks amazing.
Uh-oh. Is this what I think it is?
This is the Dark Knight of the Soul. Why would there be another song right after it?
This is the Muppet Movie. Say Dark Knight of the Soul.
Yeah, the moment when they're all giving up.
Is that like a script writing reference?
Yeah.
It is a musical sequence. I was right.
Yeah, you were right.
Did you know that? Just
Yeah,
play
but
with
if I
me?
just say yes every time you ask if it was a musical
that's true.
sequence, we're just
How
gonna say
dare
yes
you
every
mislead
time.
me?
But look, Fozzie's playing guitar.
I would be amused if I had like, I know I just said it, but like my 4-year-old kid, and I saw that he was like engaged.
And then you would just
But
go and
with
do
like,
something in the next
with
room.
like you, a regular dude with like a shirt with a bunch of holes in it,
Yeah.
not as good of an experience.
No, but I would.
By the way, what's with all the holes, bro?
Can you
Can you not afford a decent shirt? What is that? Do you want people to see your belly?
No, I just put a shirt on this morning.
This shirt should go in your work shirt pile, not in your
Yeah.
around town shirt pile.
It got lost in my dresser and then got found again.
And you're like, hallelujah, I still have a shirt. I can reuse this. It only has a few holes.
Yeah, you can totally keep wearing your shirt until it's disintegrated entirely.
Hey, it's more music.
The electricity exists yet in this time?
Desert night. We knew right where you were.
See, that's so meta, it's not funny.
Oh, really? It worked better in Spaceballs with instant cassette.
I don't know, it's just lazy. It seems lazy writing.
The skeleton.
All right, that was funny. I do love that short little bus. That's pretty cool.
That's one of my latest inventions.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
There
you go. That stance does not look intimidating.
What I'm saying doesn't make any sense to you? Well, then,
We'll have to shoot you.
go ahead and kill me.
Oh, ouch.
That's a plot twist.
Didn't expect that from old Kermit. Thought he had some
Kermit
backbone.
dies. Yeah, shake
Oh.
that camera as much as you possibly can. We're close to the camera.
What was the point of the guy in black?
He was supposed to kill Kermit.
But in the end, he was just one of several that pointed a gun.
Yeah,
So what was the point of the black guy?
he's scary. If it
That
had been a cameo, it
subplot
would
had
have
made no sense.
Yeah. Do you remember what cameo this is?
John Ford? No.
Clint Eastwood.
He was directing.
Jim
movies back
Henson
then.
himself. Actually, that would have been pretty neat. That would have been fourth wall break right there. Or meta. To have Kermit go and talk to Jim Henson.
What would they talk about?
This sounds like the start of a beautiful friendship.
That's what they would talk about?
That's what they would say. I think. Muppet Walk is so weird.
Big guy or small guy? Oh, I was just going to say, okay. I've just hit my brain. Orson Welles. I think this
might
is
have
bad
been.
for kids, though. This is teaching them, this is how you become rich and famous.
By going on a road trip and talking to...
Yeah, and then they
Orson
grant
Welles.
it to you. Sets up false expectations.
You know, so like parachutes are real.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, I thought I could take a plastic shopping bag and it would be a parachute.
Well, that's because maybe you're an idiot.
Maybe. This part is I took like the handles of it and strapped them around
Maybe,
my arms.
sorry, that's harsh. Not an idiot. Maybe you just weren't that bright of a kid.
That's a better description of it.
I mean, a plastic bag, I would have at least gotten like a shower curtain or something. Then I'd be like, this
But
kid's
shower
got something.
curtains aren't.
This kid's
shower
clever.
curtains aren't bag shaped though.
Yeah, they're bigger, so they catch more air. Then you'd have to.
Yeah,
you know.
but like the air would.
And they
come
have
out the
holes. You
sides.
can tie ropes. Get it?
It's true.
Plastic bag.
From
come
the-
on.
the-
I'm surprised you're still alive.
You know, I'm surprised this. My brother that went to the ER.
Or you landed on him.
No, he jumped off, and then I reached.
Is it
down
because
to-
he watched this movie and then he went to Hollywood?
Remember-
Why is Gonzo always flying around?
Because it's a callback to the previous scene.
Not a good one.
No, it's not.
Not making me laugh.
Look,
I want to
it's
laugh.
the whole. It's,
So Gonzo
it's the
flies.
whole
He's
movie.
light. He's lightweight.
Yeah, Gonzo's lightweight, like my brother.
Oh, the best part about this is the sexy pig.
And Steve Martin in Lederhosen. Are you happy with explosions?
Yeah, it's cool. See, they could have used that one.
They could use that one
right?
in the opening.
The crocodile. Why did they have a real looking
wa-
crocodile?
yeah.
That was the end. Frank Oz. Well, so the Muppet film. So you said it's been over 10 years for you. How does it hold up for
It's-
you, old Jedediah?
It's slower than I remember it. I think it had some great gags in there. The cameos were the best part, but you still get that in the modern
They do
Muppet
cameos,
movies.
yeah. Honestly, I thought I would like it more. I always remember enjoying the Muppet movies, but I guess it was more maybe the later ones.
Bob Hope.
Bob Hope, there you go.
Who was
Hope.
Bob Hope in this?
The ice cream guy.
Ice cream. That was Bob Hope.
Yeah,
Richard
frickin'
Pryor. I knew that name too.
Again, it's a kids movie, so again, if I was watching
Yeah.
this thing with my 5-year-old and he
It's
was
a
liking
kids
it,
movie in the late 70s.
just story-wise, I don't know, it just felt like it was kind of bare bones. Oh, why did you guys show up? We read the script. Ah, ha, ha. I mean, couldn't you come up with a better like plot device to get them there?
Right.
But the Mel Brooks stuff was pretty good. There was a couple of those like drinks on the house. If it was like that, like just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Then I'd be like, all right.
If it was a Mel Brooks movie.
I feel like I'm expecting too much.
I
I
still
sat
have that-
down expecting a movie.
Right.
I feel like I got just sort of a bunch of musical sequence wrapped loosely around like people on a road trip. Muppets are great.
It's
I love
still-
the Muppets.
The
I
Muppets
just-
still made the best
as a
adaptation.
movie. We're talking as a movie.
Yeah. My nostalgia goggles have worn off.
Yeah, right. That's what happened to me with the Goonies.
The Goonies disappointed me.
Yeah.
This actually disappointed me more.
Chunk. Yeah, really?
Yeah.
I mean, Steve Martin was kind of funny, but even that was like, all
I
right.
think it was a little more than kind of funny. Mel Brooks had the most fun on
I think
set.
Steve Martin's the worst, to be honest. I don't think he's that
Really?
great.
You don't like
I'm
Steve
just-
Martin?
I'm kidding. I'm just trying to get a rise out of it. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed that journey to the past with the Muppets. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, Flicker Fanatics. Comment. We'd love to see you comment. Tap the bell so you get alerted when we post something new. Catch you next time.